Today we find ourselves in a jewel hidden in what is called the hill country of Judea. This is Kerem, and we're standing in front of what is today known as Mary's Spring or Mary's Well. And behind us is the reason there was a little tiny village built here more than 2,000 years ago where Zechariah and Elizabeth lived. And it was called Kerem, and it still is called that today. Ein meaning spring, Kerem meaning vineyard. Here was a small village outside of Jerusalem, hidden in the hill country of Judea, as the Gospels tell us. And this is why we're here today, because this is the place where John was born. So this is the church known as the Church of Visitation. It is a Catholic church run by the Franciscans. And this is believed, or the traditional place where Mary, the mother of the Lord, came to meet her cousin Elizabeth. And Elizabeth at this point is about 6 months pregnant. We know because in Luke it says that the baby leapt in her womb. And Mary sings, as a result of this incredible greeting, something known as the Magnificat, which is famous worldwide, and we hear it in songs in every place. But you have to understand, this meek woman coming from Nazareth, who was just newly pregnant with the Lord, is now meeting her cousin here in Kerem. And it's an exciting thing to realize that the visitation of Gabriel to Mary was after the visitation of Gabriel to Zacharias. And Zacharias was the father of John. And from the time that the announcement was made that John would be born to prepare the way of the Lord, according to Isaiah 40, Zechariah was mute, was absolutely without words until his birth and until the 8th day, which was, of course, the traditional circumcision of John here in Kerem. This church commemorates the birth of John, which of course was prophesied already. And we have it here in Zechariah's prophecy after he receives his ability to speak again, and he names his son Yohanan. He says these words. This is in the book of Luke. "And you, child, will be called the prophet of the highest, for you will go before the face of the Lord to prepare his ways and to give knowledge of salvation to his people, to give light to those who sit in darkness and the shadow of death, to guide our feet into the way of peace." This is who John was. He was prophesied as the Elijah who would come before the Lord. The Lord himself says, this is true in Matthew 11, that this is the man who was sent before me to do what? To prepare the way of the Lord. What does it mean to prepare? To bring people into a place where they're ready to receive that which is truth. And that was John's cry in the wilderness, a voice crying in the wilderness. He was sent here to prepare the way, just as it was prophesied in the book of Malachi. Remember, Malachi means my messenger. And it says, "Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and the dreadful day of the Lord. He will turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and the hearts of the children to their fathers, lest I come and strike the earth with a curse." This is a picture of restoration, of what? More than anything, of family. God has always been wanting his family to be restored. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him who brings good news, who proclaims peace, who brings glad tidings of good things, who proclaims salvation, who says to Zion, "Your God reigns." Here we are in Kerem today. These were words spoken to the Jewish people. And this was the prophet sent to the Jewish people to prepare them for the Messiah. As we walk through this town today and we look at Am Israel, the people of this land, do they know that this has already happened? He came into this little town bringing the preparation of the gospel.